So we bought a house in the desert, in the village. For the past months, my husband continued to do renovations slowly by himself, and it wasn't easy. As I said, it wasn't easy at all, but he was trying his best to figure out how to do all of that stuff. Trying his best, you know. Okay, now seriously, he did a great job. At first, he took off wooden floors everywhere from the second floor to do the electricity on the first floor. Since it turned out that it needs to be fully removed and replaced, it was in a very bad condition. Unfortunately, floors were almost all rotted and we won't be able to keep them, which was very upsetting to find out because I liked them. Well, not all of them, but some of them. And he took our little cat with him, so he would be able to take care of her, feed her, and she won't be lonely. So she was a big help for him, as you saw. She was doing a lot of stuff. The room on the first floor was the worst since the floor was absolutely falling apart, as you see. And also, for some reason, floor in the corridor was so hard to take off, so he didn't even do it fully yet. You can see it took him forever and it still didn't work out. The next step was the electricity. First, he measured all the spots for outlets. And then he had to make holes for all of them. It was quite dusty and messy, but construction is never a clean process, so that's okay. He doesn't have any previous experience when it comes to constructions and that type of work, so he's just trying to figure out how to do these things just, you know, step by step, one after one. step was the water system. He found out that the water wasn't coming inside the house, but was coming just to the edge of the territory, so he had to dig up the tunnel for tubing. Also, the ground was still cold after the winter, but we were quite lucky that it wasn't too hard in general. We have quite soft ground there on that piece of land. So after some time and a lot of efforts, the work was done. The neighbors there are super friendly and they volunteered to help Tole with the process. They had some extra tools and knowledge he needed, so it was quite a big help.
Смотри, смотри. Берешь, вот так вот крутишь. И пошло. Пошло. Пошло.
Then it was the windows on the first floor. We decided to make them bigger because it makes the whole place look much lighter and cozier. I like big windows. So we ordered simple wooden windows from the local carpenter, and Tola made just bigger holes for windows and even one extra hole.
Намного больше.
these windows turned out. We only need to paint them now, but in general they look very cool.